Hey, what's up you guys? It's Bjorn from Triassic Park Triops again, and I'm back with another update about the Triops Cancriformis Gonochoric. I'm gonna call the species just Triops Cancriformis Gonochoric because I'm not completely sure what exact type of Triops species this is going to be. I sourced these eggs from a let's say a colleague in the hobby, which he also sells trout species, and I was interested in something different. So I contacted him. I was like, "Do you have something special?" He was like, "Yeah, I do have something special." So I got these eggs, and he said it was a Cancriformis species. It was Gonochoric, and it should come from Spain, and it should be a green colored species. But I can already see that it's not exactly like really dark green. I could actually see some different colors. Actually, it kind of looks like a little bit gold and a little bit bronze. I will zoom in a little bit, and I hope to see the color pop out a little bit more clear. Oh, there is a nice example. Really reminds me of the Triops aurum that I had in the past. Such beautiful carapaces as well. The head shields are really incredible. Really stunning color patterns. And I actually did see some tribes actually like mount some ladies, and that means there are actually males already present in this colony. But the question is, which ones are going to be the females? Usually the females will start to dig around, and basically they will lay these little tiny monorails for the little tribes, these little pathways. They are just basically scavenging for food, and they are also trying to find themselves some digging spots. But this hatchery is completely shallow. There's just some starting hatching sand inside this hatchery, and that's it. They need they need more substrate to lay their eggs in the end, so that's why they will be placed inside this larger main tank where I will keep them in the long term, because obviously this is just the hatchery. This is the small area of the Triops hobby. It's basically used in the first several weeks. Some people will use them up to 3 weeks, but some people don't have as much patience, I must say. So sometimes people will actually release them after 7 days, which is quite early in my opinion. Definitely, it's possible like with a sponge filter or something, but if you keep these electric mechanical filters, it's going to be a pain in the ass if they actually enter the filter through the intake and basically get shredded up. So that's why I need my traps to be a little bit bigger, because otherwise the filters will just pick them up, and that will be a shame. So that's why I'm basically not using that's why I'm not going to release them that early. I think we're in about, let's say, week 2, almost in week 2. They should be maturing really soon, so I should be able to see the ladies with the egg sacs occurring very soon, that they will actually grow the egg sacs. And then I will also hope to see what amount of males will be in this colony, because I discovered in the past, if the male female ratio is quite off, if you have like 4 males and just 1 or 2 females, it's going to be a lot harder actually, because these males will be really active. They are like ready to engage all day to well, be busy with the ladies, but the ladies just want to lay eggs once a day. So that's why I prefer to have like 4 ladies and just 1 male in a ratio, like 1 male on 4 females. But the thing is, you just use eggs. You can decide what amount of males or females you're gonna get. And that's why I always say that Gonochoric tribe species are rather more something for experienced tribe keepers, because if you want to continue this legacy, that's how I always see it. This is my first group, so when I will harvest these eggs, there will be a second group, and so on. Sometimes the longest legacy that I kept going on was probably for 8 generations of the same species. Basically, it's like 8 years compressed in like a short time span to to speed up the natural cycle. Like in nature, they would only hatch like once a year or like twice a year. And when I'm keeping them, I can hatch them way more times a year, because I can end, well, after all of them have died, I can just reset the scape, even if when it's winter. So that basically will fasten up the process, where I might actually see some really cool color morphs in the near future. Who knows? And the thing is, there are male-female Triops species. What happens if you are able to cross them? That's some questions that I always had. Like several years ago, I tried a hybrid project. The thing was, I didn't have the right equipment at the time to actually perform the test, the research quite viable and well worthy. So I actually canceled that back then. But it's still something up my mind. It's still something I would like to do in the near future to see if it's possible at all, and what we will get if like 12 species from total different continents meet together. What do you get? That's the question. So that's something for up in the future. For now, I'm really interested in this particular species because should come from Spain. And in Spain, there is one particular Gonochoric species that gets really large. And I hope this is the actual species. So that's also something I want to research and something I want to find out in the coming weeks. And for that we need some good foods as well, and you can probably see something in the middle over there. That's a basically it's called an Algenfutterblätter in German, and it means algae feeding leaves, I guess. It's basically a compressed version of algae, and it's a really tasty snack for the Triops. I use this in the last several hatchery setups as well, and it's actually a nice passive food source. So if you're looking for a passive food source that can be bought rather than you need to source it naturally, like I do with some of my detritus products, for example, these leaves have been sourced outside, but you need to be quite sure of your business. Like, you need to make sure that you're sourcing from a correct source as well. Definitely not near roads or near pathways where people will actually let their dogs take a pee and stuff. You don't want that stuff on your leaves, man. So basically what I also did today is I cleaned the hatchery as well. Some people ask, like, how do you clean the hatchery? Well, usually I just do it this way. I take a pipette. I will look for dirties and poops. Give me a second, guys. Yes. I just clean the poops. And when I'm done basically with cleaning the hatchery, I will just add back RO water when they are still young. And eventually, at this point, after about 2 weeks, I actually start transferring main tank water into the hatchery when I do the cleanup. And that will actually help with the process of acclimating them. The thing is, a lot of people have a lot of questions about the acclimating process, because most people will start keeping Triops in these plastic bowls that they buy at the stores, these commercial kits. And it's not completely clear that if you really want to see like the potential of Triops, that you should actually buy something like really bigger, something like an aquarium. But the thing is, I currently got the hatchery. It's pretty small, and some people also want to know how to maintain this on the long term. And I can definitely tell you really need to clean it manually then, because the thing is, these Triops will poop a lot, and that will actually increase the amount of biological load inside your hatchery, and this water will actually get really dirty and eventually unlivable. So that's why I work with an aquarium that has filters that can process the waste, and that's basically when you get the Triops to their full potential, where they can actually get really big, really fascinating, and also really impressive as well. And you will actually see their true coloring as well. So that's basically why I'm always trying to clean the hatchery. It does take and require some time, because you actually have to clean the hatchery manually in this stage, because you can't add some kind of filter to such a small hatchery. And the thing is, these guys poop all day, so you need to do this on a daily basis basically. So if you want to do that, try it. And just actually what I usually do is I will clean the hatchery up until the water has dropped a, let's say, 10% or something, I'll take out, let's say, 100 milliliters of water, and I will just add back 100 milliliters of tank water or either RO water when they are really young. Because in like the first week, I don't want to add tank water already. I just want to use something similar to rainwater. So I use reverse osmosis water for that when I can't access rainwater that week or that particular day. But it's fine as well, I figured. So they're perfectly fine, and they have been replenished with reverse osmosis water the past several days. So, and it's fine. So I guess it's fine. That's always a note, guys. I guess it's fine because it worked for me. Doesn't go going. It's not going to like. It's going. Isn't going to be a guarantee for other people that it will work in their hatcheries as well. So always be careful. I'm just basically calling measures for averages, and I'm trying to find out if there are any possibilities to actually get to a solid average that can be actually like shared on the internet as like a golden standard in the long term. But it's a large quest. We need a large numbers of parameters, like setups that other people did, and parameter differences to find out if there is actually some kind of golden standard to hatch and keep your tribes at. But to me, it's completely unclear yet. I do have a fair guess on how it should be done, because usually I have like an 80% success with like starting a colony and like ending up with till the point where they lay viable eggs where I can harvest them. So that's basically completed for me. But 80% is not 100%, so I'm still like doing research to cover that 20% on how to completely always perfectly hatch your colonies. But that's something for the future, I guess. I need to do more research on that first. I hope you guys enjoyed this like this short little update. It's basically a little insight on what I'm trying to do now currently, and what this colony is basically hopefully is going to tell me in the near future. I hope it's going to be the Martanica species or something similar or something completely different, also fine. But I can definitely tell the species is going to be interesting. Definitely. Oh, they really show pretty colors, like incredible colors. That's what I mean. Sometimes they actually appear a little bit bronze or golden. Definitely interesting though. So, like I said, short little update. So that's basically it, guys. Today I did some refreshments. I fed them, and they are doing great. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you really enjoyed it and haven't subscribed already, feel free to subscribe to the Jurassic Park Tribes YouTube channel. I really appreciate to see like the community grow. That's also why I'm in for it usually. I really like to grow the community to a nice scale where we can share our experiences and where we can gain data on the research of this species as well. So if you feel like you want to join some communities, feel free to contact me, and I will just lead you to the right places where there are other keepers that have plenty of knowledge and their opinions and their kind of experience that they would like to share with you. So feel free to drop a comment, hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe, feel free to do so, and I hope to see you next time.